I'm Stephanie Quinu, and we are following breaking news out of Baltimore, Maryland, where there's an active shooter situation. We now have some live looks that we want to get to. This one is a little bit shaky, but I did want to share it with you as the photographer is on the move. This is specifically in the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue, and it does look like we perhaps have another live look right here. I'm just working to confirm that, yes. Okay, so we have another look right here. This is a more stable shot right here. So we're going to transition to this. You can see a very active situation here on the ground as several law enforcement patrol cars are there on the street. So this is the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue, where this active shooter incident is underway. According to Baltimore police, the very latest is that an officer has been shot and transported to shock trauma. A suspect, they say, was also shot. So they're asking everyone to avoid these surrounding areas. It does look like this is as close to the scene as police are allowing people. As you can imagine, safety is paramount, and that is why they're not allowing the media to go right up to this scene, as they're asking everyone to avoid these particular areas. And you can see that the police have blocked off some of these roads right here, and more arriving with their lights on as they are responding to this breaking news of an active shooter incident in the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue. The very latest, if you're just joining us at this hour right here on Live Now from Fox, is that a police officer has been shot, transported to shock trauma. That's according to Baltimore police. And they say a suspect was also shot. We continue to see ramped up police presence here as these vehicles are driving down the street with their lights on, and the photographer once again panning an unmarked vehicle now also arriving at the scene. What we did was this. The Baltimore police publicly has shared this address, which is 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue. We entered that into the computer, and what came back was a local synagogue at this area. Baltimore police have yet to release additional information, but we do know that a suspect has been shot as well as a police officer. At this point in time, we do not have the conditions of the police officer or the suspect. We also don't have any identification or information, any details in terms of what may have led to this shooting. What I'm going to do is this. As we like to give you the live sights and sounds, we're going to raise the audio of this live feed. So you can hear the ambient noise right there from this particular intersection, which is near the investigation area. I also wanted to bring you this live look. Now, it's a little bit shaky, but we like to bring you all different angles. The photographer for this particular shot is walking on foot closer to the scene. This just gives you a different perspective from this very same active shooter situation right here. It looks like they're about to go on the sidewalk, but you can see even more emergency vehicles here. We see that there is a fire truck. We also see some of that crime scene tape as the photographer has set up the camera on the ground, giving you a different perspective. You know, the different buildings in this neighborhood right here. And we do see a lot of police vehicles. We also see what looks like perhaps a residential area, at least from the standpoint of where the photographer is sitting. It looks like these are homes here in the area. We do see that fire truck that says the city of Baltimore as the camera is currently setting up. And you can actually see some of these armored vehicles lined up. This is Pinckney Road right there in Baltimore. Wanted to make sure that we had that correctly. But this does look like what appears to be a residential neighborhood. You can see the speed limit is 30 miles an hour. So it does look like maybe some of these smaller roads right here, as we see a very heavy law enforcement presence here at Pinckney Road. The actual situation itself was in another particular area, and that was Park Heights Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. So this looks like it's adjacent to that scene. Police are asking everyone to avoid the surrounding areas. So this appears to be as close to the scene as police are allowing the media. You saw that yellow crime scene tape right there. So there is a perimeter, as we do see very heavy police presence, and this armored vehicle right here. You can see some of those masts raised. That is to allow for better communication signals right there. It looks like perhaps this particular live look has frozen, but we do have this other angle right here. This is in a different vicinity as police continue to block off some of the roads as they're asking people to avoid these surrounding areas. So we do see that, police have stationed themselves in this particular intersection. A number of cars. We've also seen a lot of vehicles, both marked and unmarked, driving, responding to this breaking news scene. So we did want to bring that to you. This is from our Fox Baltimore team right here, also sharing that breaking news that an officer has been shot and transported to shock trauma while the Baltimore Police Department is on the scene of an active shooter incident. And we did want to share that very latest with you. Now, we have been keeping a very close eye on the Baltimore Police social media platforms. As of now, they have not indicated as to when they may be providing new information. Oftentimes, there might be a briefing at the scene, but this is the initial social media alert that they sent out moments ago. And if you're just joining us here on Live Now from Fox, I did want to read that to you. It says BPD is on the scene of an active shooter incident in the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue. An officer has been shot and transported to shock trauma. A suspect was also shot, and they're asking people avoid the surrounding areas. More information will be provided as it becomes available. They also provided a photograph of that particular area. That was this intersection that we actually had some live video of, and that's the intersection that Baltimore Police has used as a photo from this scene. That live look has since come down from our station. However, we do bring this to you, and we've seen a lot of law enforcement officers at this particular intersection in Baltimore. It looks like perhaps, vehicles possibly being turned away right here, but we did want to share that with you. We're continuing to get updates and the very latest from our Fox affiliate there in the area. We do know that they are sending a media crew to this scene. It's a little unclear as to exactly when they intend on arriving, but we did want to share that with you. As they're on the scene, oftentimes they're talking with police officers, they're speaking with detectives and investigators, gathering more information. A very fluid situation as it is unfolding as we speak. So not much information, although according to our Fox affiliate, and I just refreshed their website page, this is the Fox 45 news team, they now say that 2 police officers have been shot and transported to shock trauma. This is courtesy of WBFF. So that's the latest that they have. We've been combing our Baltimore Police social media platforms. The information that they have, the very latest, is that 1 officer has been shot. However, our local affiliate has indicated 2 police officers have been shot and transported to shock trauma while the Baltimore Police Department is on the scene of an active shooter incident. According to officials, this is from our Fox affiliate, it says that officers suffered non-life-threatening injuries. So that is new information that we are getting from our Fox affiliate right there, courtesy of WBFF, as this is a live look from the scene. And At this hour, we continue to see some of those emergency responders arriving there at the scene. The camera now on the move, and you see the photographer right there carrying the camera. It looks right now pointed to the sky as they set up and reestablish this shot, as this continues to be a breaking news situation. So as they get situated right there, bringing you back to this social media post from Baltimore Police stating that they are on the scene of an active shooter incident in the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue. They say an officer has been shot and transported to shock trauma. According to our local Fox affiliate, they say that 2 officers have been shot, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Police say that the suspect was also shot as well. So continuing to gather more information right here, we do have a live look of the scene that we brought you. That photographer was reestablishing their shot, so they were getting the camera, and we couldn't actually see the particular scene. It looks like they are working to reestablish that live look from Baltimore. As of now, though, we did want to let you know that Baltimore Police has not issued an update in terms of when they might be providing new information. This is the very latest right here, and we've been keeping a very close eye on their social media platforms, just trying to find out more information. But as you can imagine, much of their resources is they are on the ground as they are working this active shooter incident. And what we did is it does look like this live look has now been reestablished right here. This is from that area in Baltimore, and you can see that this looks to be quite a residential neighborhood, at least from the vantage point of where we see right now. We see that this police vehicle blocking what appears to be a residential road in this neighborhood. So this is in the vicinity of 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue. Small roads, the speed limit, if you can see, is 25 miles an hour. So that typically indicates that this is a residential area. We also see that a police officer is there patrolling the scene. And as we started with this breaking news, and we've been bringing you these live looks, we've seen quite a heavy police presence with individuals on foot as well as in armored vehicles and patrol cars. So we are anticipating perhaps an update of sorts in the coming hours from Baltimore Police. But according to our Fox affiliate, WBFF, 2 police officers have been shot, transported to shock trauma as Baltimore Police continues to be on the scene of this active shooter incident. According to officials, the officers suffered non-life-threatening injuries. So we do have that new information for you as we continue to follow this. So that is information according to our Fox affiliate, WBFF. This is from the Associated Press. What they have been sharing and what Baltimore Police have been sharing is that 1 officer and a suspect have been shot in this active shooter incident. We do know that our Baltimore affiliate, our Fox affiliate, is on the ground gathering more information. So they're sharing a little bit different information, stating that 2 officers have been shot. Right now, Baltimore Police have yet to confirm that via social media, but we are continuing to follow the very latest. If you're just joining us, we do have an update courtesy of our Fox affiliate that these police officers suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect in that shooting was also shot. No update in terms of the suspect's condition. And right now, no specific details in terms of where specifically this was. We do have that address, and you can see that that live look has now ended right there. But the address is this. This is the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue. And when we entered that in, we did want to share that it came connected with a synagogue in that neighborhood. So new information. This is what our Fox affiliate has been confirming. And yes, we do have that social media post that 2 police officers have been shot and transported to shock trauma while the Baltimore Police Department is on the scene of an active shooter situation. That incident connected with an address that we put into the system, that address provided by police, coming back as a local synagogue in the Baltimore area. We're continuing to follow the very latest right here. We do not have a live look of the scene, but we do have a live look of Baltimore itself. And that is this from the harbor as we continue to gather more information on this breaking news. Any update, you can count on LiveNOW from Fox to bring that to you, as 2 police officers have been shot and transported to the hospital with what officials say are non-life-threatening injuries. A suspect also shot in this incident in the 6200 block of Park Heights Avenue in Baltimore. We'll be right back.